are awaiting their immigration hearings. Laredo, Texas is just one of 25 land ports of entry along our southern border, where commercial trucks filled with cargo cross from Mexico into the U.S. While waiting to clear customs, some trailers are stored at a bonded warehouse, and CBP often makes unannounced searches of these trailers.
The bonded facility is an extension of customs. We go do what we call a compliance review of the warehouse and match the physical inventory with the actual paper inventory.
I just had to go outside because a lot of these bay doors are closed. And a lot of times they close out the bay door so we can't see inside as to what they have in there, or sometimes they're trying to hide something. It was locked me inside, so there's no way for you to open it. And as I walked in here and actually looked inside, I saw 6 people sitting inside. The one's on the right side of the family, the other one's a friend of theirs.
Buenas tardes. ¿De dónde son ustedes? Todos son del Estado de México.
It turns out that 5 of them are related. There's the mom, there's 2 daughters, the husband, and the son-in-law. And the other guy that was there with him, he just happens to be a friend of theirs that they met through church.
¿Cuándo llegaron aquí?
Unos meses.
2 meses? ¿Tienen 2 meses aquí en esta trailer?
No. They claimed they've been in here looking for work, and they claimed that they had seen us drive up. And as they saw us drive up, they ran all the way over here and jumped inside this container.
One of the girls had one of those card knives.
What?
Yeah.
This is one of them. This was probably working.
Yeah.
Box open.
Yeah.
What did it say on it?
Freddie.
Our suspicion is that they were working at the warehouse because they had the tools, sheetrock knives, and they had markers.
Okay, we found a cell phone on it. Got contact numbers.
We're looking for any names that are associated to anybody in the warehouse. She had a knife for cutting cardboard. It said Freddy on it. There's a Freddy in this phone. Is there a Freddy that worked here?
What has Officer Sanchez stumbled upon? At a bonded warehouse in Laredo, Texas, Customs and Border Protection has discovered 6 illegal immigrants hiding in a cargo container. Officers have confiscated a cell phone and a box cutter, and they're suspicious that the warehouse may have been illegally employing this family.
Is there a Freddy that worked here?
No, not that I know of, and this is one of the other guys that has happened.
We can't prove they were working at the warehouse because they were not actually in the warehouse, but in the actual boxcar.
CBP officers called us to go pick them up and interview them to see what their legal status was in the United States.
What we did was interview them, and that we did separately, to make sure that their stories were all similar.
¿Estaba trabajando ahí en la compañía? No. ¿Y se han estado quedando en dónde? En una casa. ¿En qué casa? Si lo llevo yo a la casa, usted me va a poder decir, esa es la casa. Sí.
Seeing cases like this is very hard. We have to do what's best for the family in the interest of the family, especially if there are minors involved. The family did not have a criminal history. They had never been apprehended before.
We determined they're illegal in the country. We're going to go ahead and process them and send them back to their home country, which is Mexico. Because
the situation involved a minor, we did not prosecute. If the family does try to illegally come back to the United States, they risk the chance of being prosecuted. They would have criminal charges in their files and also expeditedly removed back to Mexico as well.
Yo soy el más agraciado por se portaron ustedes con nosotros. Sabemos que veníamos mal y pues nos vamos, ¿no? Gracias a Dios. No me voy con resentimiento ni nada.
While each day hundreds of illegal immigrants are turned away at our borders, there's another side to immigration that is often overshadowed. The U.S. remains a welcoming melting pot, where every year close to 1 million immigrants follow the legal path to citizenship. Recently, 417 applicants from 75 countries gathered in Boston to take the final step in that process.
Here we are at Faneuil Hall, and we're going to have our swearing in for all the new citizens. It's a great day for everyone. I want to welcome you all for our naturalization ceremony. All the hard work that they've done is coming to fruition today.
I got my flag, my American flag, that I never held before, and now I am proud of it.
Karina Sandoval left her native Guatemala 22 years ago.
I am going to be becoming a U.S. citizen today, and I feel that I kind of filled up a little hole in my life. I have 2 kids, Albert and Valerie. I want them to have what I didn't have. Hi! Hola, mi amor. When you are in Guatemala, the United States, it's like up there. It's like something you can't reach. And in villages like mine, it's something impossible, but it's the dream of everybody. And that's what I did.
We are a nation of immigrants. All of us. Every single one of us is either himself or herself an immigrant or the direct descendants of immigrants.
John and Abel Carballo are the last 2 of 10 brothers from a Portuguese family to become American citizens.
I'm very excited with me and my brother for us to do it together. He encouraged me to go forward, and I encouraged him to do the same, and we went just back and forth, and we decided, okay, let's do it together.
Please stand.
Applicants for citizenship, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I hereby declare on oath that I
American dream. This is pretty much the final piece of the puzzle that I wanted to fulfill.
It is my especial privilege, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, to welcome you to citizenship. You are what makes this country great.
Everyone to register to vote for the president's election.
And as soon as I came out, the first thing I wanted to do was register to vote.
Register to vote?
Did you get another one?
Absolutely, yeah.
I always dream of voting. This is going to be the first time, and I will vote. I will make it count.
You did it. Finally, you did it.
It's like almost like a miracle. It's like they walked in, all different nationalities, and now they all became one nationality. They're all Americans.
We really are a nation built on immigrants, so we really can't turn our back on immigration. We have to be a welcoming nation, but at the same time a safe nation. Immigration really is the lifeblood of the United States.
We're proud to be an American citizen.
We give out the Pledge of Allegiance cards to all the new citizens and welcome. I pledge allegiance.
I pledge allegiance.
I pledge allegiance
I pledge allegiance
to the flag
to the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God,
indivisible,
and liberty and justice for all.
with liberty and justice for all. You got me all shook.